Hey guys! Grab a refreshing iced coffee, a delicious summer tea, or whatever you love drinking the most in this beautiful weather, because you are listening to the 5th episode of Moorland Morning. I'm Nova, and I seriously cannot believe we're already sitting here with you for our newest episode.
And I'm Waverly. Hey everyone! Yeah, time is literally flying like a galloping Mustang on the hills of Fir Grove. Guys, today's episode is going to be so incredibly special. We brought you a real summer night cozy chat vibe. If you love this cozy style, don't forget to leave a like right now, subscribe, and of course, let us know your thoughts in the comments because we absolutely love reading them.
Exactly, your feedback means the world to us. But look, Waverly, before we dive into all of our exciting and gossipy topics today, let's start with something we all pass by every single day. Yet, if you really think about it, it has had the most mind-blowing journey here in Jorvik. Let's talk about pets.
Oh my god, yes, the pets. My goodness, do you remember the very early days when the whole pet system was just a tiny bunny peeking out of your saddlebag and its head was literally made of 3.5 pixels? And if you looked at it from the wrong angle or if the lighting was a bit low in Moorland, it looked more like a tiny angry potato than a cute fluffy rabbit.
Oh, Waverly, don't be so hard on the nostalgia. That little bunny is an absolute legend. Back then, everyone wanted that thing in their bag. It was the ultimate fashion statement. Okay, sure, it did absolutely nothing except sit there in that brown fabric, staring blankly into the void like it was pondering a deep existential question in the middle of the pony championship. But we still loved it. That was the beginning. Pure Jorvik charm.
Well, of course we loved it because it was incredibly sweet. But if you look at where we are now, it's just magical. Today, you open your bag, your pet literally jumps out, runs through the grass right alongside you, has its own unique animations, and completely lives together with your character. And of course, the flying creatures. Can we just pause for a second and talk about the Mahrs because they are my absolute weakness.
Oh, the Mahrs? They are so incredibly sweet. That little cat-moth hybrid creature? The first time I saw it floating next to a horse with those huge, sparkling eyes and that fluffy, downy little body, I literally melted. It is just such a comforting sight. A lot of people argue about whether a horse game should have this many fantasy elements, but honestly, we love it. They are so beautiful, mystical, and showy. You just can't resist them on this beautiful island.
Exactly. And luckily, their price isn't even bad at all. They are totally accessible if you want a truly special companion for your adventures. When something is this beautiful and high quality, you're happy to save up for it because it's just a pure joy to look at while you're galloping towards Silverglade in the setting sunlight. And then you have the baby dragons too. They've become such a huge favorite. They fly next to your horse so majestically, like they are protecting us, when in reality, they're just these tiny, adorable creatures.
Yeah, the baby dragon is a massive favorite. But you know what I see everywhere lately on the Jorvik shores and fields? The rays. Now that is pure genius. They are so unbelievably cute, the way those little aerial creatures spin and twirl in the air next to your horse's head. They put on such an incredibly cute show for us all the time. A lot of people are using them instead of the foxes, and I totally get it because that graceful spinning motion just adds this extra, soothing dynamic layer while you're doing your daily rounds in nature.
Yes, the rays spinning is so addictive and hypnotizing. I could watch them for hours. So the bottom line is the pet evolution is a solid A+ for the Jorvik developers in my book. They give the riders so much personality that we couldn't even imagine back in the day. Though I have to admit, in this heat, sometimes I tend to spend more time picking out my pets in the cool stable than actually training.
You're definitely not alone in that, Waverly. But hey, that's the whole point, right? To have fun and enjoy the moment in this beautiful world. Alright, now that we've talked all about the modern and cute stuff, let's steer into slightly more exciting international waters. Because things are definitely happening out there in the equestrian world.
All right, guys, let's steer into slightly more serious international waters now because things are happening out there in the real big equestrian world that are so incredible, we simply cannot pass them by without a discussion. I'm sure you've all noticed on social media how everything is buzzing with intense preparations as the absolute pinnacle of equestrian sports is just around the corner. Nova, tell me you are also counting down the days until this year's FEI World Championships? Because honestly, I am in absolute awe.
Oh, Waverly, don't even get me started. Not only am I counting down the days, but I've already marked all the live streams in my calendar with a big, bold red marker. Guys, in case anyone isn't completely up to speed yet, the biggest sensation of this year is that the FEI World Championships are returning to the true heart and mecca of the sport, Aachen, Germany. From August 11th to 23rd, 2026, the eyes of the entire world will be fixed on Aachen. And what makes this whole event so monumental and special is that this World Championship, just like the Olympics, is held only once every 4 years. This isn't just a regular seasonal cup. This is where 4 years of hardcore training, tears, and sacrifices condense into just a few unforgettable days.
Exactly. The stakes couldn't possibly be higher. Aachen is pure history. The atmosphere in the main stadium is like nothing else on Earth, and only the absolute elite get to gather there. And while the World Championships showcase many different disciplines, today we want to focus a bit more on dressage, because the competition there is going to be fierce, and the names entering the arena are just brilliant. Let's start right away with one of our absolute favorites, the British sensation Charlotte Fry, or as everyone in the equestrian world knows her, Lottie Fry. Nova, what are your thoughts on her chances?
Wow, Lottie Fry is an absolutely phenomenal presence in modern dressage. Just think about her background and career journey. She was born in Great Britain, and riding is literally in her blood, considering her late mother, Laura Fry, was an Olympic-level dressage rider herself. Lottie was only a teenager when she made the huge move to the Netherlands to train under the guidance of the legendary Anne van Olst, and that massive sacrifice definitely paid off. Despite her young age, she has already reached the top of the world, winning the individual World Championship title aboard the magnificent black stallion, Glamourdale. When those two enter the arena and the music starts playing for their Grand Prix freestyle, time literally stops. Glamourdale works with such an incredible, ground-covering canter and extensions that it almost seems physically impossible. Lottie's softness, precision, and that unbelievable youthful confidence bring a dynamic layer to the sport that completely reformed modern dressage. They are definitely among the top favorites in Aachen.
Absolutely. The partnership between Lottie and Glamourdale is pure magic. But the rest of the field isn't going to give up without a fight. For instance, we have the absolute queen of the Germans, Jessica von Bredow-Werndl, who is a living legend of dressage. She represents a completely different, yet incredibly beautiful school of riding. Jessica was born in Rosenheim, Germany, and has been a horse lover since early childhood, building her own equestrian paradise in Obenhausen alongside her brother Benjamin. What makes Jessica so unique is her endlessly soft, almost invisible style of riding and her horse-centric philosophy. She doesn't just train her horses, she develops such a deep mental and physical bond with them that in the arena, the horse performs the most difficult Grand Prix movements almost effortlessly, out of pure joy. Although she won everything possible with her famous mare Dalera, according to the latest updates, she is preparing for the Aachen Challenge with a rising star named Kismet. Even though there were rumors of slight setbacks in their preparation, Jessica's vast experience, calmness, and unmatched precision mean she is an absolute must on the list of championship contenders.
That's so true. Jessica's presence in the ring always guarantees the highest level of elegance. Guys, just think about the mental discipline required for this. You train for 4 long years for a single week, where a tiny loss of rhythm, a little tension in the horse's back, or a single missed lead change can cost dozens of points and the world title itself. And the most beautiful part of it all is that in dressage, the music and the horse's movement must create a perfect symphony. During the freestyles, the audience barely dares to breathe. The concentration is so intense and deep. That's exactly why we were asking you guys to go down to the comments section right now and tell us, who are you rooting for this August? Will Lottie Fry take home the gold with the majestic Glamourdale? Or will Jessica von Bredow-Werndl show the world German precision once again? Or maybe you think a completely unexpected dark horse will rise from the sand of Aachen. We are so curious to read your predictions.
Yes, definitely let us know because we absolutely love reading your analysis as well. And guys, we have a huge and exciting announcement for you. Since the world of international equestrian sports is massive, colorful, and simply impossible to squeeze into a single episode, we decided to make this a regular series on our channel. Today, we completely immersed ourselves in the majestic, artistic, and precise world of dressage. But in our next sports-focused chat episode, we are going to pick a completely different discipline from the international stage and break it down to the tiniest detail.
That's right. Will it be show jumping next with those incredible, monumental, and terrifyingly high obstacles where fractions of a second decide the victory? Or perhaps we will examine the high-energy, dusty, and incredibly spectacular Western riding discipline, reining, with those massive sliding stops and spins? We aren't spoiling the surprise just yet, so let it remain a secret. But we guarantee the episode will also be packed with exciting behind-the-scenes stories and deep analysis.
So definitely stay with us in this pleasant, cozy summer vibe. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hit that little notification bell so you can be among the very first to know as soon as the next episode drops. But hey, speaking of discipline, international rules, and ultimate professionalism, what about those characters who do absolutely everything except follow the rules? Nova, I think it's time to return to our own little island and move on to the most mysterious and humorous topic of the day, our special NPC friend.
And now we have arrived at perhaps the most anticipated, funniest, and most gossipy segment of today's episode, the one you all absolutely love. This is none other than NIMF, meaning NPC Is My Friend, the segment where we talk about Jorvik's characters completely unfiltered, with pure love, but of course, with a healthy dose of irony. Waverly, I know you couldn't wait to finally say our main character's name today. Guys, today we are talking about none other than the self-declared mayor of Fort Pinta, our precious, forever economical, and incredibly shrewd friend, James Cloudmill. We absolutely must dive deep into his profile because what you can find out about him from the lore is brilliant.
Oh, James Cloudmill. Where do I even begin with him? He is that one character that I think every single Jorvik rider gets to know personally from day one. And everyone has at least one story about him that makes you want to bang your head against the stable wall. James is the absolute definition of a person who could successfully sell sand in a desert and somehow make you pay for the packaging as well. Even though he is only 15 years old, don't let his age or his innocent kid-like looks fool you, because he is a self-declared business mastermind. Did you guys know that he is actually the little brother of our beloved soul rider, Alex Cloudmill? Even though they are extremely close, Alex tries her best to keep him out of her dangerous soul rider adventures, which totally makes sense because James would probably send an invoice to the Dark Core for saving the world if he smelled a profit.
That is so true. James has a hand in literally every single business venture in Fort Pinta. He absolutely loves tourists, moolah, cash, and money in every single shape or form. And if you asked him about his favorite food, what else could it be but jelly beans? But the wildest and most hilarious part of his official profile is the little secret that his hidden hobby is actually blackmailing. Guys, I am losing my mind over this. A 15-year-old kid whose casual hobby is blackmailing and running suspicious schemes. He is such a brilliant character, it's impossible to get tired of him.
Exactly, and let's not forget his famous project with Token, the plush dragon, and the toy postcards. James is always trying to find new ways to extract Jorvik shillings from unsuspecting visitors. And although he is involved in every local town business, the funniest part is that he never seems to have a single shilling to his name. Yet he remains so optimistic about his future that regardless of past struggles or his bully buck, he always pushes through with a smile. There's just something about him that makes it impossible to say no to him, no matter how crazy his marketing scheme is. Plus, he gives the player daily quests every single Wednesday. New photographs, more Fort Pinta posters, or save the buoys. We are literally his personal free assistants and crisis managers.
That's so true. We do the heavy lifting and put up the posters while he just stands there with his hands in his pockets, watching the profit roll in. But in our hearts, in the true spirit of NIMF, he is still our friend. He is like that annoying little brother whom you'd love to lock in the feed room sometimes, But if he wasn't sitting in Fort Pinta, the place just wouldn't feel the same. So guys, now it's your turn. We are so curious to know what you think about him. Go down to the comments right now and share your funniest or most frustrating James Cloudmill experience with us. Did you also lose your mind during his poster or postcard quests? Or do you secretly enjoy this little misunderstood 15-year-old businessman? Write it down, because in the next episode, we might just read your comment live.
Yes, let's start a massive James debate in the comment section. Let's be real influencers and get those likes and opinions moving. New comments, new engagement. But speaking of hard work, completing daily quests and earning Jorvik shillings, this leads us perfectly into our next, perhaps even more controversial topic. Nova, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's move on to our fourth point, which is the eternal dilemma of every Jorvik rider. To train or to flex? Reputation grinding. What is it even for? All right, guys, this is where the hot takes are really going to fly. So stay with us, we'll be right back.
And with that, we can smoothly transition into perhaps the most controversial, most relatable topic of today's episode. Our fourth point. This is the ultimate question that defines the daily life of every single Jorvik rider. To train or to flex? And alongside that, we have that eternal nightmare that makes so many players shiver. Reputation grinding. Waverly, I think it's no secret to our viewers that you and I are absolute ambassadors of the flexing lifestyle. We live for dressing up, matching our outfits with our horses, and just existing in the beautiful world of Jorvik. While reputation quests, well, let's just say they haven't always been our cup of tea.
Oh, Nova, don't even get me started. If we are being completely honest, back in the day, we literally couldn't care less about reputation quests. We were like, who has the energy to run the exact same chores every single day just for a tiny bit of reputation points? We would much rather put on our coolest, most aesthetic outfits, find a gorgeous location, and just vibe. But guys, we have to let you in on a little secret. Lately, things have changed quite seriously for us, and we developed a method that I think a lot of you will find very familiar. Basically, about every 2 weeks, something just clicks in our brains. For 2 weeks, we do absolutely nothing about our rep, and then suddenly we look at all the piled up, neglected quests and say, all right, it's now or never. Let's catch up.
Yes, the legendary grinding week. When that week comes, there's no turning back. Every single day, we hardcore cycle through all of the accumulated, delayed reputation tasks. And you know what the funniest part is? We have actually grown to absolutely love these intense weeks. Sure, on those days, horse training becomes a much slower process, and our horse's XP progress takes a bit of a hit. But we feel like that's a small sacrifice that is totally worth it. We take the quest so seriously now because we realized how many amazing things unlock with reputation besides the actual storylines. Just think about the awesome clothes, new hairstyles, makeup, or cool horse gear that you can't even buy until you hit the right reputation level. And sometimes, even a rare new race is hidden behind that grind. So now we are always sitting on the edge of our seats, waiting to see how the story ends and what we can unlock.
Exactly. So for us, the cycle looks like this. 2 weeks of casual flexing, styling, and basic training, followed by 1 week of hardcore military-style reputation grinding where we aggressively catch up with everything. But now it's your turn, guys, because we could debate this dilemma for hours. Which camp do you belong to? Are you the precise daily grinders who never miss a single daily quest and have zero backlog? Or do you also choose to just flex, chill, and only catch up in massive bursts like we do? Drop a comment down below and let us know what a typical week looks like for you, because we are incredibly curious about your tactics.
Indeed, we are really looking forward to your answers in the comments section. But don't go anywhere because the video keeps rolling. And before we move on to our very last topic for today, let's quickly check out the latest Star Stable news because some really exciting things just dropped. Let's dive right in and see what changed. But guys, before we get completely lost in our thoughts, let's take a quick look at the latest official Star Stable update from this Wednesday. I have the article open right here on my screen, titled Bye to the Beach. So yeah, this is the final week of the festival. They are closing the summer festival with an all-day party at the Fort Pinta Disco. And all the token items and magical horses are leaving on July 8th. But what's way more exciting, let me scroll down a bit, Oh, look, Waverly, the bazaar is back.
Oh, I just love this article. Oh my God, the discounted horses are right there on that little grassy clearing in front of Fort Pinta. There's the Jorvik wild horse, the Chinko dig, and oh, Nova, look at the prices on the screen. The Morgan is only 425 star coins, and the Mustang is 495. Well, you didn't have to tell me twice. I'm sure you've already seen it in game that I immediately snapped them up right there on the shore and bought one of each. You just couldn't pass them up at that price. I'm so happy with them.
For sure, it was such a great deal. I grabbed both of them instantly too. The bazaar is the absolute best place to buy horses right now. But wait, look what else is in the article as I keep scrolling down. The global store gets an update? Guys, we finally got a long-awaited feature. The option to mark items as favorites is here. There's that little heart icon in the corner of the items, so you can heart them and it saves them to a separate list. How much do we love this?
This favorites tab in the global store is just excellent. Seriously, the whole thing works exactly like a real web shop, where you save clothes and gear to your wish list. Since the global store keeps clothes and horse gear separate, we can now heart our favorite pieces in both categories and the system saves them for us. This function is a total lifesaver when we spend hours picking out outfits. A total dream come true. All right, guys, have you been down to the clearing yet? Quickly drop a comment and let us know which horse you ended up buying from the bazaar, or how you like this new web shop style favorites feature for the clothes and gear. But speaking of saying goodbye to the summer beach and this scorching heat, this is a perfect spontaneous transition into our very last topic for today. Let's talk a little bit about what our absolute dream vacation would be.
And we have arrived at the final and perhaps most relaxing topic of today's episode, our sixth point. Guys, since it's summer, it's boiling hot, and everyone is daydreaming about a vacation, we decided to completely spontaneously drop a slightly more casual, personal topic after all the daily life in Jorvik, training, and reputation grinding. Waverly and I started gossiping behind the microphones about what our absolute dream vacation would be if we could fly anywhere in the world tomorrow. Waverly, let's start with your list because I know you have very specific, incredibly exciting ideas about where you would pack your bags and leave for today.
Oh, yes. My ultimate dream is East Asia. I would absolutely love to visit both Japan and South Korea, but I'm not necessarily drawn to the massive neon-lit skyscrapers. Instead, I want to see the truly authentic hidden parts. Those regions where traditional customs are still very much alive, where you can still see people wearing gorgeous traditional clothing like hanbok or kimono, and where history is practically tangible. And of course, the gastronomy. I'm deeply convinced that the local food there is completely different from what you can get here at home or in our surrounding fast food places. So I would literally taste everything. But guys, just so we don't only talk about the Far East, I wouldn't say no to a genuine Scottish getaway either. Just imagine the beautiful, lush green landscapes, the monumental ancient castles, and of course, the Highland cattle. You know, those tiny, red, fluffy cuties that are much smaller than regular cattle, only about 1 meter tall. I would just love to cuddle them. But for me, the absolute cherry on top would be a trip to Ireland. That Emerald Isle must be absolutely magical. Nova, what about you? Would you come with me to eat some authentic sushi?
Well, Waverly, to be completely honest, Japan and Korea would be a little bit too noisy and fast-paced for me. When I think of the Far East, I immediately imagine massive crowds and suffocating humidity. And those two things are definitely not an option for me. They would completely exhaust me. However, Scotland and Ireland? Oh, we can leave for there right now, without a second thought. That kind of weather, that cooler, rainier, cloudier, and mistier climate would suit me so much better. And that Scottish or Irish atmosphere, that mystical vibe, is completely my world. If I want to be precise, I can't even name a single specific country as my fixed dream vacation. Because for me, it's more about the features of the location. Only one thing matters. It needs to be quiet, secluded, and deeply connected to nature.
Yes, I can totally picture that. You'd be the type of person who wouldn't leave the cabin for days, right?
Exactly. My absolute dream is a place where you can completely hide from the world, where you can relax, and just sit on the porch for hours with a mug of warm tea, staring at nature. Especially if the wildlife is active and I can spot animals or birds. And at night, enjoy the clear, star-filled sky without any light pollution. I wouldn't even mind if it's just a simple little apartment where I have to cook for myself. In fact, I would actually enjoy that. The main point is to have no people, no noise, just pure silence and the sounds of nature. So, in a secluded little Highland cottage in Scotland, I think we could divide our schedule perfectly. You go out to explore castles and take photos of those tiny red Highland cows, and meanwhile, I'll cook something delicious in our quiet little cozy nest and enjoy the view.
That actually sounds like a perfect plan. Sign me up right now. But guys, since we are approaching the end of today's episode, we have to ask you as well, because we would love to know your thoughts. Which of our dream vacations do you resonate with more? Would you also go and explore distant cultures, traditions, and local foods in Japan and Korea like me? Or do you crave total silence? A secluded, nature-oriented, stargazing apartment in Scotland or Ireland where you can completely block out the outside world like Nova?
Exactly. Write down your dream destinations in the comments below and tell us what's more important to you, bustling culture or pure, undisturbed silence. Thank you so much for joining us in today's episode. You were fantastic as always. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss our next Jorvik gossip session. Take care of yourselves and your horses. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Big hugs to everyone.